In downtown Memphis, Tennessee, our setting tonight, the FedEx Forum. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball.
Well, guys, for all...
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Wednesday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago. And then on Friday, the Atlanta Hawks come to town. That will tip off a homestand for them. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Rose is out there with Kennard. And it's Drummond in at the center position. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Brooks the 2 with Crowder the 3. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Drummond in the post. Brooks covering. It's deflected.
And timing is so important. I mean, right there, Brooks shows nice judgment, being able to get the projection.
Crowder finds Valanciunas. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which team is able to dictate the pace tonight as well as the style of play.
And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
To the paint, here's Brooks. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Outside Rose, and the pass to Kennard. The feed to Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Jackson. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Griffin passes to Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
I mean, he's a terrific decision maker in the pick and roll. You think about it, Blake Griffin excels at threatening it around the defense.
Jackson up top. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Shot from free throw range. Up again. Here's Valanciunas. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Valanciunas has got 5 points so far. And here's Rose. He's coming off a 16-point game against Charlotte. Snell dishes to Griffin. Over Jackson. That shot by Griffin, no good.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pistons trail by 9. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And Drummond kicks to Rose. For the 3. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And that's a shot Rose must make consistently. When he's making it rain from there, this team is hard to match up with.
Here's Morant. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver.
As good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Griffin, and the rejection by Jackson. Crowder finds Valanciunas. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Absolute behemoth inside. Griffin excels at using his size and athleticism to draw the foul.
Well, Blake Griffin has been working on that three-pointer now, Chris, for a while. has gotten to where it's effective.
Yeah, Kevin, and you're right. And for Blake, he doesn't need to make a ton of threes to be effective. All he has to do is keep the defense honest with it so they respect it enough where it opens up the rest of his offense.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's Morant. Good D by Drummond.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Snell, and that misses everything. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Down low. Here's Jackson. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Pistons trail by 9. Here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Fires the 3. Here's Drummond. An easy 2 points on the layup.
He's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Rose. Now here's Morant.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And what really separates Morant? The intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
Rose passes to Drummond. Back to Rose. He can't get that one to fall. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. Now, I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Andre Drummond still a very potent scorer inside, Chris, but he's leveled off a bit with his production.
Yeah, Kevin, he'll get you about 15 or 16 tonight, but I don't know if he'll ever be a 20-point per game type of scorer. He's working on his free throws, so he could get there. A lot of fans were hoping that he'd grow into more of a scorer, but it seems like he's best off as a complementary offensive piece.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Tony Snell.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now Rose. Pass to Drummond. Brown with the bounce pass. Here's Griffin. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Morant with it, working on Rose. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go up.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Greg, a new look roster for the Grizzlies. They got a lot more athletic this past summer.
Well, Ja Morant and Brandon Clark, their first-round picks, two of the more explosive players in the draft. The Grizzlies last in the league in pace last season. They may have cause to accelerate that tempo this year.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Anderson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clark comes in for Crowder. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant.
And Drummond's just his ridiculous frame poses a lot of problems for defenders. You can't fault them for resorting to hacking him right there.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, yeah, and Andre Drummond is the epitome and maybe the last of the traditional center. And with that said, it hasn't been easy to find a match for him in the post. But Blake Griffin might have changed all that.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And Chris, as you said, Griffin and Drummond work well together.
Oh, they do, Kevin. The two make up for each other's weaknesses and complements each other's strengths. I mean, Drummond has been playing with confidence, having some of the best games since Blake has come over in the trade.
And a moment now to see the stats for Anderson. How he did last season. Last season, he averaged 8 points a game. 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Clark dishes to Jackson. Here's Jones. Rose with the block. Here's Galloway. 32 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. And Chris, one thing you have to like about Galloway is that he's always prepared to play.
Yeah, Galloway is the type of player that can see 5 minutes on the floor one game and then start and play 25 minutes the next one. I mean, just think about that focus for consistency. The production can be hit or miss, but he's a great plug-and-play option for a coach in need of filling minutes. The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Brown kept alive. Morris outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rose. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And boy, what a year it was for Derrick Rose. And the sea of fans hoping that he would get back to what he once was, as he was electric.
And for Rose, so many had written him off, but he was a huge factor for the Timberwolves.
Rose still has a tremendous passion for the game, and it really shows on the court. His renaissance last season was one of the better stories in our league. Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Clark. He's covered by Brown. Clark kicks to Anderson over Morris. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Clark. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Pass to Drummond. Now here's Brown. And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by Brown. And the Pistons making a change here. Woods checked in. Jones with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the middle. Here's Jackson. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Detroit Pistons.
Well, you know what? I talked to Jaren Jackson this summer. He told me he grew another 2 inches. So let's just call him around 7 foot right now with the 7'5" wingspan. Jaren Jackson, the perfect physique for today's defensive big. He can protect the paint and maneuver outside.
Brown, good.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Jones, the pass to Clark. The dish to Jackson. Nice form on the 20-footer. Jackson's got his second bucket tonight. He did play power forward at Michigan State and the NBA. But what's Jaren Jackson's long-term position, you think, in this league?
Well, you know what? I think he can play the 3, the 4, and the 5 with his shooting. Now, he's still experiencing guarding shorter players. He's getting used to it, but moving his feet serves him well.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Jones looking for an opening. Over Morris. Jones, no luck. Pistons trail by 11. Pass to Galloway. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the athleticism Galloway has is impressive. Good at getting out on the break and finishing.
Now the pass to Clark. Outside, Jones. Here's Anderson. Clock at 6. Here's the 3. Anderson. Morris with the rebound. Detroit's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. Galloway kicks to Wood. over Jackson, and the rejection by Jackson. Pass to Jones. Pass to Jackson. Over Rose. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Goes up with it. And he can't bank that one in.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
It could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's been all about Jonas Valanciunas for Memphis. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Andre Drummond says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And, guys, the Grizzlies enjoying a nice lead here.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Anderson and Jackson inside. Then it's Jones. And it's Clark in at the small forward. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
And what I like about Galloway is that he knows his role. He doesn't play outside of himself. He's a dependable player. Very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Brown, and it's in there. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Well, you look back at the title teams for the Pistons. There were a lot of them. Chris, which team was your favorite?
Oh, man. Well, growing up in Detroit, I'd have to go back to the Bad Boys in 89, 90, just watching them get through Boston and then, dominate the Bulls at that time. They went back-to-back winning championships. That was incredible. And it was something special, though, about my boys in the 2014. Sheed, Ben Wallace, Rip, those guys. That was fun to watch as well.
Outside, Jones. This is it to Anderson. With some arc, and the layup is up and in. Anderson's got 6.
I like seeing Anderson look to capitalize from there, showing that nice soft touch on that shot.
There's the pass to Morris. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Over Jackson. Morris, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Anderson. Rebounded by the Pistons. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Inside, Wood kicks to Morris. Pass to Galloway. Here's Wood, the 17-footer. And the call will be against Langston Galloway. That'll be his second foul at the game. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Jay Crowder comes in for Anderson. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Clark. And it's Morant in for Jones. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Pistons. Valanciunas dishes to Morant. Picked him clean. Here's Galloway. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. And here's Morant. 6 points for him. Here's the teardrop. And the layup is good. Morant's got 8 points.
Well, you see the burst. Morant, very hard to catch once he gains a step.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Kennard. His three-pointers off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Now here's Morant. He's got 8. 3 on the clock. It's deflected. There's Galloway. And the shot goes in. 7 points in the game.
Oh, it's great to see Galloway being aggressive, Kevin. I mean, when he's driving like this, it's a huge bonus.
Now Morant. Here's Valanciunas. Goes back up, and it's blocked. Here's Kennard. Kicks it to Galloway. Pass to Morris. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. A floater. It's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 12. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played in the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, or I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Passes to Morant. To the middle. And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Morant. Valanciunas has got 11 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And there's the pass to Kennard. Detroit, no good that time either.
He's dragged them down with his performance today. I mean, a whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet.
Here's Morant. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
Just to make him a little more unstoppable, Morant's developed a deadly teardrop.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Yeah, Greg, it makes sense. I mean, when you look at where they both finished, there's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other one was on vacation.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Drummond's checked in for Markieff Morris. Griffin comes in for Christian Wood. And it's Rose in for Langston Galloway. Shot by Crowder, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And What an athlete this guy is. Griffin making dunking look so easy.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Grizzlies shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And the technical free throw is good. Here's Valanciunas. Good D by Drummond. Pistons trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that. And I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And here we go. Griffin heading to the hoop.
Wow, look at the coordination, the strength, Griffin possesses. Taking the punishment like a champ and still finishing.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Morant with it, working on Rose. They get it again. Tries it again, and he makes that one. And that's 13 points for Valanciunas.
Finished off by the big man. The 7-footer like Valanciunas should be operating near the hoop.
Snell, the pass to Rose. And he makes good on the layup. Rose has got 7 points in the game. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Morant passes to Valanciunas. And that one drops for him. He's got 15.
Reliable at executing screen and roll. Valanciunas, he excels at taking what he sees in these sets.
Pass to Griffin. And here's Rose, defended by Crowder. Rose attacking. Here's Drummond, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Morant. Here's Crowder. Out to Brooks. Griffin against Crowder. Second chance shot. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And it's Rose penetrating. Good work defensively by Crowder.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Pass to Morant. Here's Valanciunas over Drummond. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got 8 here in the quarter.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
It took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
Morant with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. And it's Morant missing. Pistons trail by 8 to the paint. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shake-up this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Anderson, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Clark comes in for Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Brown's checked in.
And Drummond, a fearsome defensive presence. He can put you on your heels.
Scooped up. Rose against Jones. Griffin kicks to Brown. From deep. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Memphis leading by 6. Outside, Jones. Jackson dishes to Anderson. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Anderson's got 8 points.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Jones against Rose. Looking to end his cold spell, and he lays it up and in. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
Outside, Jones. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that does it for the first half of play. Grizzlies lead by 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
You know, we came out with a different energy. We said it's enough to struggle from the start. You know, we got to focus and play good starts.
That is where it all starts. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Jonas Valanciunas had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 17 points, 13 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. A few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. And it's Rose in at the point. Kennard's shot is off.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Valanciunas trying to get open as Brooks. And it's sent back by Drummond. And now the Pistons fast break. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Rose.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Jackson, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Rose looking around, passes it to Griffin. Over Jackson. The kick out to Rose. Back to Griffin. And the layup falls. Griffin's got 10 points.
I mean, you know he's crafty when he's close into the bucket. You better foul him. I mean, you love seeing Griffin be poised in these interior shots.
The pass to Valanciunas. Rose with the double team. Valanciunas dishes to Brooks. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, man, I love watching Valanciunas score the ball. He makes it look so easy, and he makes the defense feel uneasy out there.
And last season, Jonas Valanciunas, averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive level.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but his off night has definitely been one factor.
Morant with it, working on Drummond, and they get it back. Crowder feeling it out a bit. A second chance effort. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Valanciunas passes to Jackson. Brooks kicks to Crowder. Shoots the three. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Crowder, the pass to Morant. Banked in off the glass. Morant's got 12 points in the game.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Here's Griffin. Here's Drummond. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 10.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Valanciunas. The three. Kennard with the rebound. Pistons trail by 4. Griffin passes to Rose.
And Chris, just how special was it to play for Detroit in your career? What relationship does this team have with their fans?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, being able to go home to the house that I grew up in, or to where my parents lived, and be able to go to the Pistons practice and to be part of it, to put on that jersey. It was so special, man. This team is a mainstay of the city. I mean, you feel like you can lift up the whole city when you play for the Pistons. It was such a special part of my career.
Here's Melton. Hits it from three-point range. Melton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Rose passes to Kennard. Here's Morris, guarded by Jackson. And now Crowder running the floor all by himself. Finished off the break. And it's a 7-point Grizzly lead.
You know, Kevin, he might not be the most athletic, but Crowder is strong. He showed it on that play right there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Rose attacking, shoots over Morant. That one wide left, and the Grizzlies leading by 7. Dishes it to Jackson. And it's Morant missing.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
He gets that one. Kennard's got his first points of the night.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Morant with it. He's got 12. Here's Valanciunas, and he lays it straight in. Valanciunas has got 21 in the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Right side Rose. Fires for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first. He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Wood kicks to Kennard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Beyond the arc. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Kennard. Lays it up off the glass. Kennard's got 7 points for the quarter.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
He's covered by Brown. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Morris. And that one hits back iron.
Now with the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
Nice feed from Valanciunas.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Tony Snell's checked in for Langston Galloway. 11 feet away. No good from Valanciunas. And Morris has got the ball here for the Pistons. 4-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
Well, inconsistency is always the name of the game for rookies. And Bruce Brown felt that as he navigated through his rookie season with the Pistons.
Memphis has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Outside, Jones. Pass to Anderson. Got a hand on it. Here's Kennard, defended by Jones. Kennard, the pass to Snell. And here is Brown. He's got 8 for the tie, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And with Brown, there were moments last season, Chris, where he showed what he could do.
Yeah, and I think he'll be all right in the end, especially on defense. Very tough notes for a guard who does whatever it takes to slow up the multitude of talented point guards in the league that he goes up against.
Anderson outside. That one's off, still out of sync. The Pistons trailing. Here's Snell. Brown outside. For the lead, that's tipped. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Valanciunas, 21 points in the game. Here's Clark. He kicks it to Valanciunas.
Seems like he's lost his mojo offensively after that great first half.
You love the defensive effort. Morris giving every ounce of energy he has to throw shooters off.
It's Brown with the drive. Yes! And the foul. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Pistons. That one drops. He ties it up. From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid, Simmons. I mean, you can just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
Here's Morris. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Morris has such a soft release. I mean, you love seeing the ball roll off his fingertips.
Anderson outside. And it's off from three-point range. For the lead. And there's the nice layup by Griffin. Griffin's got the lead up to 1 now for the Pistons.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Yeah, Greg, there's no panic in them. I mean, staring at a big deficit, they still kept their poise and went to work.
Here's the floater.
Oh, man, look at Morris use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
Oh, Griffin in position, hammers the alley-oop through.
And the chemistry Griffin has with his teammates, oh, he's so good at realizing when to jump for the alley-oop.
The pass to Clark. To the inside, Valanciunas, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And the Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
In his native Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas is the star for his national team, making his debut at age 19, becoming the leader for his country.
And Anderson kicks to Jones. Pass to Valanciunas and stolen by Drummond. Now Morris, defended by Jones. Puts up a three. Morris, no good. Memphis has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Outside, Jones. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's been all about Jonas Valanciunas for the Memphis Grizzlies. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. We come back right after this. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Solid defense wins this game right here. All right, getting stops and take whatever offense gives us. Keep moving the basketball. Solid.
And just taking things one, step at a time, Greg, imploring his guys to be smart with the ball.
A sound strategy. Dwayne Casey proving what a great communicator he is.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Kyle Anderson is out there with Brooks. Then it's Jones. And it's Clark in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Out to Brooks. There's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Anderson. Out to Brooks. Passes it to Jones. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Brown.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Rose goes in, makes it off the glass.
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Brooks outside. Back to Clark. Good D by Drummond. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 1. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And that sends Blake Griffin to the free throw line. It's going to go on Tyus Jones. That free throw good from Griffin.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Now here's Morant. Down low. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Rose. Oh, Griffin in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
The shot selection of Griffin is fantastic. I mean, he knows his strength and does a good job at playing to it.
Crowder against Brown. Now Morant. And he comes up with the deuce.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Outside Rose, and there's the pass to Griffin. The kick out to Brown. Lets it go with the three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Crowder. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Rose. The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Pass to Drummond. Back to Rose. From past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Rose has got the lead up to 5 now for Detroit.
And you see the work Drummond has put into passing the ball. Solid at spotting the open man.
Morant with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. It counts, and the foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over. And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up. Has he risen to the challenge down the stretch, or what? 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Pass to Clark. He gets it in there. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Here's Griffin. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Passes it to Morant. Crowder with it. On the wing, Brooks. On its way from Clark for 2. No good. That would have tied it. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Outside Rose. It's Brown on the wing. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Brown's got 9 points here in the second half. Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. Floats one, and he sinks the layup. Morant's got 21.
Man, I love watching this kid play. Morant, he's just electric at the offensive end. He's having a night.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And the Grizzlies, in the final game of last season, making a franchise record 21 three-pointers in a blowout win against the defending champion, Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, perhaps a template going forward for them, GA. I mean, turning the page from the grit and grind to a new style of play.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Brooks. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Griffin. Over Jackson. And he overshot that one, missing.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Here's Brooks, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
That one misses for Brooks.
And what you like most about Brooks is his attacking mentality. I mean, he's someone who excels at taking on the defense and charging inside.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
To the paint, trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Good work there as it goes. Valanciunas has got 28 points for the game.
Oh, it's huge whenever Valanciunas puts together games like these. I mean, showing how dominant he can be.
Rose passes to Griffin. Over Jackson. Griffin's shot is off.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
Jackson misses. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for Detroit. Snell from outside. Another shot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And a guy who's averaged as many as 7 free throws a game in his career, Rose knows how to get to the line.
And Rose drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
There's the pass to Jackson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Rose with the ball. To the middle, Drummond. Nice D from Valanciunas.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Outside Griffin. Over Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
You better give Griffin credit. He's outstanding at forcing the issue, getting the defense to whack him. It's a brand new era in Detroit, Kevin. I mean, Dwayne Casey has been given the reins, and there's a lot to like about the future. In this short time, has Detroit excited.
Brooks outside. It's Morant in the corner. Just 4 to shoot. From 20 feet out. That shot no good. And the Pistons now going the other way. And Chris, for the Pistons, as we know, it's been a while without sustained success.
Yeah, Kevin, they're hoping that last year was a foundation-type season. I mean, they had good results for them as they built this roster. This team is forming an identity and rebuilding the right way. Drummond shoots such a high percentage in the post. When this team needs an important basket, they better look to him.
Here's Valanciunas. It's Drummond with the rebound. The Pistons leading. And here's Rose. Pass to Griffin. From 7. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Three-pointer, Crowder, no good that time. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Here's Rose. Outside Griffin. Rose dishes to Griffin. On the wing, Brown. This one for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And for Memphis, they're shooting fairly well in the 4th, around 48%. Stolen by Rose. And now the Pistons fast break. Rose with the ball. And he gets it to go. Rose has got 15 points in just the second half.
And Rose wants that leadership position. When the team needs a big bucket, he is ready and willing.
Kennard, he's checked in for Brown. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the 4th. To the inside to end the drought. No good from Valanciunas. Detroit leading by 3. Now here's Rose. Just 5 to shoot. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Grizzlies shooting 40% from the field. Brooks against Griffin. Outside Crowder. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jackson from long range. Rebounded by the Pistons. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Rose. Outside Griffin. Over Jackson. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 3. 23 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, they have a little time to work with. The most important thing is to make whatever you take.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
On the offensive boards, he has been a force. Offensive rebounding is all about pursuing the basketball, and he has not stopped that pursuit all night. The second chances he's created have been a big factor. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And an intentional foul right there. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 2. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Or they could take the lead if they play for the 3. Interesting decision here.
Morant passes to Valanciunas to tie it up. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, congrats on the win tonight. What do you think was the ultimate factor?
Just playing defense. Our defense started to tell offense, and it worked out for us tonight. We definitely don't want to be in that situation, but we just fall our way back into.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about does it for the first game.